Welcome, Cynthia here. Today I'm working on 2 pages in my mini album, which is a part of the 100 Days project over on the Scrap Girls Facebook group. Today I'm doing a double page as such. It's page 29 and 30, and both pages are about Madonna. So what I'm doing here is I have all these little bits of ribbons. So every time I purchase a piece of clothing, and you know how they always have those ribbons that you have on the shoulders to help it stay on the coat hangers. Well, I generally cut those off and I throw them in a scrap drawer. And that's what these are. Well, certainly the majority of these are anyway. So I thought, well, who better than the material girl to use the ribbons on? And it also reminded me of, in the 80s, it was probably around the time of Material Girl and Like a Virgin and that era, Madonna used to wear a lot of black, thin, I think, bangles, if that's what they're called. I think they were like little rubber bangles. I know we, as kids, used to always have a big stack on our arm as well. So kind of remind me of those as well. So I've gone through and laid them all on, and I like them the way it looks. And I have this little bit of doily, and once again it kind of reminds me of sort of the gloves that she wears. She used to quite often wear lacy white gloves as well. So pop that down there. And once I put my photo on, I think I don't know if my glue I use is really going to be strong enough. So I go around it all backwards and I get out the matte medium and decide to go over top of the ribbons and the doily there to help it stay in place. And yeah, they're well and truly stuck down now. So the photo here is an image of, so the layout's about the movie Desperately Seeking Susan, which was the first movie I ever went to see. Went with my cousin at the time, was around about 13, I think, and we headed off to the movies by ourselves to see this movie. So I have that little bow there. I stick that down. I have this, what are they called? Viewfinder? Is that what they're called? A viewfinder reel? That's what I'll call them anyway. Cut that in half. I put a little bit up the top and a little bit down the bottom. And that is it for embellishments as such. I get out my alphas here. Here they are here. And I pull out one to do my title with. And I use these small Kaiser Craft tile alphas. Is that what you call them? Tile letters? Dab down some matte medium because I know these little tiles are not very sticky anymore. I've had them for quite some time. I love these little stickers. This is certainly through the third or fourth pack I've had of them over my time. So I'm just going to use them to write out Desperately Seeking Susan. So I use, there we go, I've done it. I use the white ones to do Desperately Seeking, and then I put the black one in for Susan. Go through, I grab a little label out and I'll put that down the bottom, and I just put my journaling on there saying what I just spoke about. This is the first movie that I went to see and who I went to see the movie with. And that page is done. And I really like this page. I really think it represents Madonna. Well, my my memories and vision of Madonna anyway. There we go, cleaning up, and that's it. Have a look to see what number I'm up to. And then I move on to the next page. So as you can see there, the photo is also of Madonna, as I spoke about, and this one is more recent of her. So I have one right back in the beginning when she first came out, and I have one in of 2017. So I was sort of like a then and now. Have these rub-ons in my stash, had them for donkeys. Decided that I will use them here. Just going to put a couple of down the bottom as a background piece, and then I've decided that there's only one left. I use that up as well, so I end up using this whole sticker sheet, not stickers, but rub-ons on the back here. I think it looks quite effective too, so I know that's not going to be seen in the middle, so I just put it on the outside, half of it there, and then I do the other part here, and then I just go back in and use up some of the bigger bits here there around the page. And I quite like the way this comes out. I just thought there's a little bit of a gap up the top. That's where I'm going to use up these little bits and pieces. I think that closes that gap in a little bit and makes it look more even. I'll go through as always and mount my photos. So I mount this one on just some white cardstock that I have in my stash. How has everyone been? Everyone been well? You're all enjoying this mini album that I'm doing? I hope so. Go through my scrap paper here to see what I can use, and I have this purple tissue paper, so I decided I'm going to use that as a mat on this layout. So I scrunch it up just to give it a little bit of texture so it wasn't quite new. I fold it up a couple of different ways to see how I like it, but I do end up going back to this original layout there and decide that, yeah, I just quite like that looking messy like that, so I leave it like that. And then I go through some of my ephemera and pull out some bits and pieces that I think I might be able to use on this page. So this page is more about when we saw her in concert earlier this year. Pretty sure it was earlier this year. So I went to see her, it must have been March, I think, 2017, and yeah, she wasn't at her best. It was a pretty poor concert, and she didn't get very good reviews. So I saw here in Australia, we were lucky in the sense that she came out pretty much on time for us, but I know some of the concerts before us, she was, 4+ hours late before she even started. So, yeah, very bad reviews with this. And I think she was possibly maybe drunk. And I've put that parrot there because, yeah, she swore a lot. And I mean a lot. A lot of swearing. Which was, over the top swearing. So I thought that parrot kind of represented that a little bit. Put that bow down the bottom. She's wearing a bow there somewhere on her in bits and pieces. And then I just write about seeing her and how it wasn't at her best. And that is pretty much the end of this layout too. So both of them are pretty quick. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know whether you've seen Madonna in concert or whether you like Madonna or used to like Madonna. give me a thumbs up, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you then. Bye.